Hello. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing fine. I really do. There's so much stuff going on out there. You know, it's hard to focus on a topic. You know, I saw a woman today. I'm not exactly sure who was interviewing her. Somebody was talking to her about she belonged to a group called I think it was Mothers for Liberty, something like that. Talking about she was upset because they were doing something in her children's school called emotional learning. Her kids were learning to be empathetic, and she didn't like that. Don't care about other people's feelings. No, don't do that. Doesn't matter. People who don't look like us or think like us, it doesn't matter how they feel. Yeah. I've been accused a couple of times of being too empathetic, but I don't think I am. I was looking at something the other day. I was watching the clip out of an old, silly old movie. Had to do with the Knights Templar and the Moors or the Turks or whoever in Jerusalem, you know, with the Islam, the Caliphate, and how they were fighting these big battles and all these huge numbers of men on the field. Okay, I've always been opposed to war. During the Vietnam War, I registered with my Selective Service Board as a conscientious objector. And I won. I got that classification, so I didn't have to go into the military. I did have to do some alternative service, which I did. Did something. Went to California, fought forest fires. Anyway, I've always been against war. I never thought it was a great idea. That being said, for some strange reason, most of my life, up until now, I have enjoyed war movies. I like watching the old World War II movies. John Wayne, Audie Murphy, all of these people, Lee Marvin, everybody, you know. I always liked them. But now, I watched that clip out of the movie, and the one thing that popped in my head was, what a fucking waste. Look at all those people. Thousands and thousands of men. And the collateral, you know, especially back in the, you know, like the Crusades and shit like that, people going around with swords killing people. They killed everybody. It's a waste. It's a fucking waste. I saw another one. I was watching on YouTube. There's a clip of a movie apparently made somewhere in the Middle East or somewhere, because everybody was speaking Arabic. Everybody. And there were no subtitles. And it was basically the same kind of thing. It was two big armies of people massed against each other. And again, what a waste. All these people. A waste of human life. You know, I'm not going to enjoy war movies anymore. Because the only thing that's going to pop into my head is what a waste. Just like what's going on over in the Ukraine. In Ukraine, not the Ukraine. It's a country. It's been invaded by a neighboring country. The Russian. I see where the International Criminal Court has issued an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin. Yeah, that's never going to happen. He's not going to ever get himself in some place where that can happen. The man might be unbalanced, might be an autocratic, whatever, egotist. He ain't stupid. Well, look how easily he hornswoggled number 45. You know what I mean? You know, some of these people. Why? Stop and think about it. All of these wars, every single one of them, in one way or another, was started by a man. And most of them, like the European World War I, World War II, even, white men. And when the countries like England goes overseas, conquers the country, took over India. Why? Well, because those brown people needed to be civilized. What a bunch of crap. In this country, we do not know enough history about what happened. I was something the other day come up on YouTube. There was a little video about something that happened in India in the early part of the Common Era, or even before that. About these empires and these people that fought wars. We don't know anything about that. We think we know world history because we're taught European history. Like, that's all there is. Just Europe. It's the only history that counts. Everything else is brown people, black people, yellow people. Who the fuck? For some reason, we don't care about that. We don't think about it. It means nothing to us. I'm reminded of something where some lady was complaining to the school or the school board or whatever, that she didn't want her kids learning Arabic numerals. Like 1, 2, 3. The ones we use, 1, 2, 3, Arabic numerals. She didn't like that. Oh no, that's from Islam. We don't. What numerals you want us to use, lady? Roman? Those are the kinds I know. There's Roman numerals and there's Arabic numerals. I don't know any other number system than those two. I think it was in grade school. I don't remember what grade it was. The one guy, I think we were like third grade, fourth grade. I don't remember. Anyway, a friend of mine and I got together and we just started these pages. We're going to write out numbers. We're going to do Roman numerals. We had pages and pages of these things. Okay. Roman numerals are ridiculous. Especially, could you imagine this thing? If we used Roman numerals? Yeah. Binary system makes more sense. Ones and zeros. A fun. This is basically a binary. We use Roman numerals. No, we use Arabic numerals and Latin alphabet. It's just so strange, And people complain about the most idiotic things. I mean, complain about Arabic numerals. Better not tell them algebra is an Arabic thing. Oh my God, they'll go nuts over that. I don't want my kid learning that Islamic stuff. It's not Islamic. Algebra is mathematics. It's scientific. A lot of our scientific method and science stuff is based on discoveries out of the ancient Arab world. Those people were smart. They had intelligence. They figured out a lot of stuff. You know, geometry, Euclidean. Euclid was a Greek, an ancient Greek, like Pythagoras, with the whole a squared, b squared, c squared thing. You know, the right triangle. And okay, you know how you say, you're going, well, I'm never going to use this stuff. I'm never going to use Pythagoras' theorem when I get out in the real world. I found redneck carpenters in South Florida using his theorem to make sure that they put together a frame and it had a good right angle to it. Yeah. 3, 4, 5. 3 foot by 4 foot by 5 foot. That's how it works. 3, 4, 5. You know, any way you want to put it. You're still gonna have, that's gonna make sure that angle is a right angle. That's 90 degrees. These other two angles together total 90 degrees. The three angles in a triangle total 180 degrees. That's it. You know? You take a square, it's got 4 angles. And they're all 90-degree angles. God, that makes 360. You know? All of this stuff is using those scientific ideas from thousands of years ago. We've got satellites in orbit, we've got computers. You know, we've got a space station up there. We had a shuttle that was going up and down and coming, you know. And we did land people on the moon. That wasn't bullshit. They did. They landed people on the moon. That's good. You know, so what? I mean, I've been a sci-fi fan since I started to read, basically. First book I checked out of this public library when I was in 2nd grade. Yeah, our 2nd grade teacher took us to the library, get us signed up for library cards. I checked the book out, a sci-fi book. I think it was a Heinlein book. He wrote a series of sci-fi books for kids, young, you know. I don't know exactly how, you know, what age group, but I remember that. I read that. You know, and then, you know, you've got this thing where every single scientific idea has been arrived at by a man, mostly white men. There've been a couple of, you know, other races, other people thrown in there, other ethnic groups. Very few women. And I'm finding out more and more nowadays that a lot of these scientific advances that we had, there was a woman who did that. A woman came up with that idea. But because of when it was, and she was a woman, some guy took credit. You know? Yeah. This egotism of white men to believe that they know everything, that they're the most intelligent. Yeah, right, you know. We're so intelligent that we're poisoning our home. Yeah, raising the temperature on the planetary thermostat. Killing off species. You know, oh, nobody will miss it. It's just one. What the fuck? You know, let it go. Just kill it out. So an interesting show, a scientific-based thing on fungi, mushrooms. You know, fungi, same thing. And basically, the premise of the show is if it wasn't for fungi, you and me would not be here. And showing how in the woods, in the forest, trees communicate with each other using fungi as a means of communication. And fungi supply, that trees supply nourishment to fungi, fungi supplies nourishment to the trees, and they communicate with each other, trees can tell if another tree is sick, and they try. They've done experiments. Trees try to help other trees. You know? Yeah. The idea that human beings, and among them white male human beings, are the pinnacle of creation, that is just hilarious. My wife likes to watch these videos and stuff about people climbing Mount Everest. And there's a famous thing, they asked some guy why he did it. He said, well, because it's there. So what? It's there. Oh, but I have to conquer it because I'm a man and I've got to. Why? You know, just being a man, that don't mean nothing. Every male creature on this planet has the same plumbing you do. You know, they can all impregnate the females of their species and come. There's new whatevers: cats, dogs, guinea pigs, horses. You know, grizzly bears. They can all do that. There's nothing special about that. I agree. There's something in our brains that has led us to this point. You know, this little computer thing I'm working on here. Yeah, that's good. But we lost something somewhere. You know, because everything's tied to this funny stuff they call money. Ooh, money. You know, gotta have it. It's good for something. Oh. There's a show on TV called La Brea, where there's a sinkhole in the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles. And people fall through the sinkhole and end up 10,000 years ago. Ooh, and this guy, it's a very convoluted story. Anyway, these two guys are out digging something. They're looking for something. One of them had it, the other guy hid it from him, and then they're digging it up because the first guy wants it back. You know, whatever. Anyway, they find a box, a wooden box with an old padlock on it. An old, really old padlock. One guy breaks the padlock off. They'll open up the box. And it's full of gold. Bars of gold from the Confederacy, like 1863 stamp. I'm rich. Yeah. What's it going to do you? You're 10,000 years in the past. And it's just bars of gold. Bright yellow metal. Has no significance back then at all. You can't eat that shit. You can't drink it. You can't build your house out of it. You can't make clothes from it. It is a metal. very soft one too, from what I understand. It's easy to manipulate. You can make stuff, make jewelry. Big deal. So what? It's gold. It's gold. Wow. It's worth something. Not there. Not worth anything there. It wouldn't be worth anything until I got it back to the present day. Another case, diamonds. Oh, we've got this. Oh, diamonds are so. They're not rare at all. These companies, what's the one? De Beers, the diamond people. They hoard this shit. They got, I don't know how many, but they only let out a little bit at a time. And they charge you enormous amounts of money for that diamond. Diamonds aren't rare. There's other gems that are even rarer, you know? So, we have become so perverted in our thoughts that I've heard people talk, I've videos, I've seen these people that call preppers, used to call them survivalists, you know, getting ready for the pandemic or the apocalypse that's coming, making sure you have gold. Why? If the economy collapses that bad, that gold ain't worth shit. You know what's worth something if that happens? Jar of peanut butter, can of beans, you know, jug of water. That's what's valuable. I saw something the other day, somebody shared on Facebook a picture of a guy, a pastor, quote, pastor, in a church. And apparently, he got this great idea for his church. He's got an ATM coming in the front doors of the church, and there's an ATM. Why? You know, I looked it up the other day because I had to know it's 1 Timothy 6:10. The love of money is the root of all evil. Now there's that song, I think it's by Pink Floyd, whatever, where it says, money is the root of all evil. No. Money is actually, money is an idea. It is something human beings thought up so that they could trade with other human beings. So they thought this idea of money. Money's not bad. Money's not good or bad. Money just is. But the love, the craving for money, for more. These multi-millionaires want more money. Why? Well, in this day and age, in this culture we have made that a symbol of power. The more money you have, the more power you have. I guess I'm powerless then. I don't have shit. You know, I got a few dollars in my pocket, that's it. But so what? Does that make me any less of a person than this other guy? No, it doesn't. Not at all. I don't, you know, I was going to say I don't base my feelings about people on whether they have money or not. I do, kind of. If somebody's got a lot of money, I kind of have to look like, you know, especially these really rich, multi-million, billion, trillionaires, whatever the fuck they are. I admit, I have a prejudice about that. I don't like those people. Probably never will. I used to every once in a while buy a lottery ticket, or the Powerball, a billion, you know, 100 million. You know. I don't do that anymore. It's a waste of time. What's it gonna do? How it's everything I've seen about people who won the lottery, it doesn't help them much. Sometimes it makes their lives worse. My life is okay right now. I've got a lovely wife, a lovely daughter. I've got 2 sons who love me. I got 6 grandchildren. I got a nice house. Needs some repair, but it's a nice house. I live in the wood. I live out in the woods, kind of. You know, I'm all surrounded. My house is surrounded by trees. Basically, I'm a happy guy. You know, I got food. I got shelter. I got clothes. See, I'm wearing them. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm just wandering here for a bit. But, you know, just, you don't have to take my word for it. Most of this stuff you can go online and you can find out this information. Then you can find out disinformation too. You gotta watch it there, what you're looking for. I hope you guys, whoever you are, is watching this. If anybody's watching, subscribe, follow, whatever. I would love it if you would. Or spread the word. Tell other people I'm out there, voicing my opinion. Think for yourself. Don't just blindly swallow everything that comes out of this media that we have, the social media. Don't just take that in and say, ooh, that's the way things. No, 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 no. You have a brain. You know, wisdom. Knowledge and wisdom. They're actually 2 different things. You can know a lot of shit and still be not very smart, very wise. I've known people like that. Just think. Think for yourself. Look up what you want. Look it up in several places. Don't just take one answer. Take many answers. Put them together. Let them stew. Or there was a word I took out of a Theodore Sturgeon book. More Than Human. Where it is. Blesh. Blend and mesh together. Blesh. Get all this information. Let it stew in there. Take out what's bullshit. Throw that away. Keep the good stuff. Come to your own opinions about things. And don't blindly follow anybody. Not even this guy. Don't follow this guy. Unless you happen to believe he's got something to say. And listen to him. You have to do what he says. He's just another human being. I got no more power over what goes on in this world than anybody else. At least I know that.